The foundation for success in life is good relationships.
And at lunch, I would figure out what everyone's personality type was, and I would turn to one of the pages on communication and be like, all right, let me tell you all the things that annoy you. And I would read things like, you don't like, listen up for the most important part. Here are the things that annoy me.
If you don't know me, I'm Annalise's dad. I'm Phillip Shero.
And I'm Annalise.
And we're excited to be bringing to you an online 90-minute seminar called Building Connections, Knowing Yourself, Understanding Others, and Communicating Well. And we just wanted to talk about how this came about and why we think it's kind of cool. We do this training all the time for people in their businesses. What if we did it for students and young adults?
I wanted to know why. I wanted to figure out like what made me this way and like who I was. So I got interested in psychology, and that's when I did the Duke Tip talent search thing. Nerd camp.
And what happened next?
So like my parents, so they have like all these books on it, and I took like all 10 of them and stuffed them in my school bag. And at lunch, I would figure out what everyone's personality type was, and I would turn to one of the pages on communication and be like, all right, let me tell you all the things that annoy you. And I would read things like, you don't like when people talk over you. You don't like when people change the subject. And then after I'd gone through everyone, because I did everyone in the class, I'd be like, all right, listen up for the most important part. Here are the things that annoy me. Take notes.
So in my company, MasterMinds Leadership, we do leadership development for other businesses. And our favorite, most awesome tool is DISC. A while back, Annalise asked, could I actually learn about that? And I said, sure, you can not just learn about it, you can get certified. So Annalise went through the whole training process, took the exam, and she is now a certified professional behavior analyst. You know, one of the things that's actually been helpful, I think, to both of us is recognizing our styles and our similarities and differences.
Even though you and I are pretty similar, my mom and I are very different. We have almost opposite styles in DISC. I'm a high DI and she's a high SC, and that creates a lot of potential for clashing. And before we understood DISC, we were like, why does this happen? Why don't we just understand what we're saying right off the bat and get along? But after DISC, we saw that it was because of our different strengths and weaknesses, and once we pinpointed exactly what those were, then we have much more fluid and understanding communication.
And what about like with peers and friends?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are a lot more slow-paced than I am, and before understanding exactly why that was, I would get impatient and be like, why can't people hurry up? I want to move on and do the things. But now that I understand that their very style is a lot slower than mine, now I can just calm down and take things a bit slower because I can adapt to their style.
We're inviting recent graduates, high school juniors and seniors. You can sign up and register on our Eventbrite page. When you register, you're going to get a link to the DISC assessment, a specific one called Relationship Insights.
So in that report are going to be the things that you want because of your style, as well as some communication tips for how you want someone to communicate with you and how they should not communicate with you, and the strengths and weaknesses that your style brings you and what could hold you back.
Coming up July 2nd, which is a Thursday, and then July 11th, which is a Saturday, you have two options to participate in this. You can register on the Eventbrite page. If you've got questions, you can send us a direct message. We really think this is going to be useful. At least the two of us are going to have fun. So hope to see you soon. Okay, so I'm going to start off with names again. No, I'm going to start off with the relationship thing. Do the talkie.
Okay, hello they're children of the earth. Well, what got me interested in psychology was I was sad and I wanted.
Yeah, we're not going to put, I don't know what I'm doing on video.
They're not being irritating on purpose.
Just start over. Do names. So when I say I'm Phillip Shero, and
okay, are you gonna do Dr. Phillip Shero or just Phillip Shero?
what do you think?
I mean, doctor is fancy.
Okay, let's be fancy.
And I am Miss Annalise.
No, I'm just going to be Phillip.